If you are a fan of softball, you are going to love the Fastpitch TV show. From softballjunk.com, we're bringing you more softball than anyone on the planet. Sit back and get ready. Here's the Fastpitch TV show.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Fastpitch TV show. I'm your host, Gary Leland. I upload new episodes of this show the 1st and 15th every month, so make sure you keep coming back for future episodes. Now this week I have an interview with former University of Texas pitching great Meagen Denny. But before that starts, please watch this short video about my softball magazine, which you can find at fastpitchmagazine.com.
Oops, sorry, I was reading this month's issue of the Fastpitch magazine. What? You're not familiar with the Fastpitch magazine? Watch this. You are going to love it. Looks great, right? Want to find more about the #1 coaching tool on the internet? Go to fastpitchmagazine.com today.
Well, Meagen, thanks for joining me. It's exciting to have here. We haven't seen much lately, and a lot of stuff's happened in your life since we've talked last time. And I want to kind of go back, though, to your early days of softball. Now, when you started here in Dallas-Fort Worth, from Crowley, Texas, and how old were you when you started? Who was your pitching coach? Just go a little bit about that.
I was 9 years old whenever I started pitching. My pitching coach is Jim Davis, the most wonderful pitching coach in the world. He's from Burleson, Texas. He was my first and only pitching coach throughout my entire career, and I owe everything to him.
So Jim started with you there, and he stuck with you now. Now you've moved up to, you're at the University of Texas at Arlington, the pitching coach there.
Yes.
So I imagine you're taking a lot of what Jim taught you and worked for you, and you're working with the players there?
Absolutely, of course. A lot of things that Jim had taught me, got me to where I am, and I think they're brilliant. So I am carrying them on to my pitchers here at UT Arlington, and I carried them on to the pitchers that I gave private lessons to before I was here at UT Arlington. So I just think that he's got a lot of old school tactics that I think that are oldies but a goodie, and I just think he focuses on not just the pitcher, but he focuses on the whole person, and that's the main thing I'm taking from Jim Davis. I'm making sure that my pitchers become all they can be, not just from pitching, but in life as well. And
you did that with your private lessons before you even went there, so that's kind of been your thing, Jim's thing. You're following the pattern. Yes,
and there is a few things that I've kind of learned myself along the way, and of course I learned so much from Connie Clark down at UT and had an amazing experience there with her, and I learned a lot from her. And she really took me to the next level mentally. So a lot of the things that she taught me, I'm taking on as well. Speaking of,
Connie and your career on that, I want to go back to when you were at Travel Ball, Texas Elite. I mean, you've had kind of a winning career your whole life. You won 2 national championships with them, if I'm correct, right?
A USSSA national championship, yes, we did.
Okay, and I'm confusing it with your high school. You won 2 state championships.
Yes, 2 state championships at Crowley High School, yes.
So you've kind of been doing pretty good, and then you went to college, had a great career, and you went to the Bandits and played there, and you were with the, I'm sorry, I can't remember the name.
Pro Fastpitch Extreme Tour.
Pro Fastpitch Extreme Tour, and you had a great time there.
Yes.
So softball has been your life.
It has been. It has been. If I didn't do softball, I don't know what I would really do. It found me. Softball found me by accident, really. One of my friends that lived across the street needed another person on their team. So she came over and asked if I wanted to play, and I'm like, I was really more of a soccer player back then, but I was like, oh, what the heck? Well, I'll try it out. So tried out softball, and it just seemed to really come natural to me. So softball, I always told everybody, found me, and I'm really glad it did.
Well, I talked to your mom and dad, I guess, maybe 2 years ago, you put on the Wounded Warrior softball game.
Yes.
And they told me how softball had just completely changed your life. I mean, took you from one point in life to a whole new person, all because of softball.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes. Before I had softball, I was very insecure, didn't really have a lot going for me. School wasn't really my thing. School and I didn't really get along very well, and I just really didn't know who I was, didn't know, really have an identity for myself. And once I started playing ball and realized, hey, I'm pretty good at this, I'm gonna work really hard at this. So therefore, I developed dedication and determination, and which is something I'd never really experienced before. I was in love with something, and I wanted to give that something everything I had, and I'd never felt that before. And once I did, then softball started giving me a lot of stuff back as well. I mean, it taught me how to respect myself, respect other people, respect the game, how to love the game, how to be passionate, and I can go on and on. It taught me how to be disciplined, taught me how to have integrity, taught me how to work with the team. It taught me so much more than, just how to be an athlete. It taught me how to be a person.
That's all exciting stuff, and to hear your parents tell it, I mean, it's just, they are so proud of you. I mean, you can see their eyes just like shining with pride. But let's go on to that statement there. You've learned so much, and I know this is a short amount of time we have in this interview. Is there anything that you can say is the one thing from the pitcher's point of view that you'd say, hey, kids, because there's a lot of kids wanting to get in school, wanting to get to where you're at. The one thing you say, there's a lot of things maybe, but this is the one thing I can tell you right now you need to know, or maybe a shortcut, not a shortcut, but something that's going to help you on your path to getting to where you want to be. Is there anything you might think of?
Don't lose the love for the game. You have to love this game. Don't get sidetracked by, well, I have to be the best at this and the best at that, and I have to have this certain ERA or this certain batting average. Like, don't get caught up in all that. Just keep your love for the game. As long as you love the game and you're passionate about it, it's all going to work itself out. It's going to work itself out.
So long as it doesn't become a chore.
Exactly.
That's the difference. Some people, it's a chore.
Yeah, don't make it a chore. Don't make it a job. Make it your love. Make it your passion. And it'll love you back.
That's a great way to put it. Now let's go one step further. Now that you've been coaching a little bit, is there anything that you've learned about coaching that you didn't see from the other side when you were a pitcher that you're going, man, I wish I'd known this earlier?
Absolutely. I wish I could still be playing right now, because after being a coach, you really get a better sense of, everything you've been taught. You're taught to stay calm. You're taught to stay focused. You're taught to, go all out, give 110%. When you're out there playing, sometimes, you think you're giving 110%. You think you're focused. You think you're passionate, but it's like, and then I'm looking at it from the other side, and I'm like, no, you're only giving 80%. You're not 100% focused. Does that make sense? Like, I can actually tell, when an athlete thinks that they're hitting their limit, but you shouldn't have a limit,
Right.
Yeah. So now that I've been coaching for 2 years now, I wish I could totally go back and be an athlete, because I know I could have pushed myself a little bit more. At the time you think you are, you think you're doing a good job, and the next year you think you do an even better job, but you know what? You never stop learning. You never stop getting better. So that's why I wish that, we could all play forever. But unfortunately, we can't.
I think that goes in all sports, though, right?
Yes, absolutely. It does.
So what is it like coaching with Christy Fox? How is she?
Christy is amazing. She was an amazing player. I got the privilege to play with her and against her, and I'd much rather play with her. Let's just say that. She's very intense. She has definitely not lost the love for the game. She loves the game more and more every day, it seems like. She's so passionate. She's so intense. And I feel like I'm a better coach around her when I'm with her. I think she definitely brings, the better part out in me. So working with her has definitely been one of the highlights of my career, for sure.
And speaking of highlights like that, is there one highlight, though, because you've had a lot that stands out among all the others, you say, wow, when I'm like 85, laying in my bed, and this is the thing.
You're making me choose one?
Yes, you've got to choose one.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. And it has nothing to do with myself. It has everything, I think, to do with Terry Lyles, my pitcher last year, my senior pitcher. She had her first career no-hitter last year, and to throw a no-hitter is amazing, but to be on the other side, watching somebody put, your tactics, things that they've learned from you to work, and watch that happen, that was unbelievable. And I would not trade anything like that for the world. It was great seeing her have our first no-hitter.
Knowing that you helped her accomplish it, that's it. Because, I think you're like me. You feel you get a lot more out of helping people get what they want.
Yes.
Than you do by going after what you want.
Absolutely. I totally feel that's what this is all about. If we don't give back what we've learned, it was all for nothing, in my opinion. So, and now that I'm a mother, I'm a mother of my 3-month-old son, Maverick. It makes me realize that no truer words were spoken. When you do something for someone else, it's unexplainable. It's something you just have to get out and just do things for other people. And you see how it highlights your life and how it just makes your life, their life, and all better. So it makes the world go round.
Well, you're one of the, ever since I've met you, you've been so strong into giving back to the game. When you were with Extreme, I mean, every time I've talked to you, you've mentioned this and brought this up, and I know that's who Meagen Denny is trying to give back to the game, and I just think that is so exciting. Now, what can we expect from you in the next couple of years? Do you have any ideas where you're going? I know you have one son, like you just mentioned. There's a great-looking kid. I see him on Facebook all the time. Can't see enough pictures of him. I know you can't post enough.
Oh, he's amazing.
Where's Meagen going?
Meagen's going to stay in coaching. I love to coach. I love to give back. I love to share what I've learned. I love to keep learning. I love this game so much, and I love just to make sure that I do my part, in making sure that the game grows and the game gets better. I think we're all obligated and blessed to be able to do that. So I do see myself continuing to give back to the game, coaching. I'd love to do another Wounded Warrior event with the Wounded Warriors and softball, bringing them together. And then, of course, I do want to have more children. Absolutely. Maverick is the highlight of my life. There's nothing else better in my life than him. He's the best thing that ever happened to me, and I would love nothing more to give him a brother or a sister someday. So
now I need to ask, is that after Brett, Bart, or the school?
Oh my gosh. Well, okay, to be perfectly honest, one of my favorite movies is Top Gun. I love it. I love Top Gun.
I didn't think about that one.
Yes, no, I love Top Gun, and my husband does too. And I never actually thought about naming my kid Maverick until one day I was at my cousin's baseball game, and a kid from the other team's name was Maverick. I'm like, people actually name their kid Maverick? I'm doing it. No question about it. So,
well, see, I've been wondering why, because I used to love the Maverick with Brett and Bart Maverick brothers on there, and then you went to UTA and they're Mavericks. I'm going, what?
Yeah, well, actually, when I told Jim Baker, our AD at UTA, that I was naming my kid Maverick, he got pretty excited. So I was like, do I get Employee of the Year or something?
What kind of bonus do I get there,
do I get a bonus for that? No, I just think it's very fitting for me and my husband, and of course for my son Maverick. Of course, we love the movie Top Gun. And whenever I actually looked up what Maverick actually meant, which I never actually looked up the definition, but it means an untamed, independent, wild horse. And I want my son to be independent. I want him to be unbranded. I want him to be his own person. So I felt that the name was very appropriate.
That is an appropriate name. Now, you have been over there at UTA. This is the start of your second year over there. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And so I hate to say I only went to one game last year myself, and I want to get people over there because that's a great place over here in Dallas-Fort Worth, UTA, the University of Texas at Arlington. Yes. You need to come watch some games. They've got a good team. What are we going to see from y'all this year?
A lot more. You're going to see balls being hit out of the stadium. You're going to see small game. You're going to see speed. You're going to see my pitchers hopefully throwing some more no-hitters this year. And we are just absolutely thrilled with the squad that we have, and you are definitely going to be seeing a lot of fire.
Well, everybody needs to go to UTA Mavericks website, UTA, and check the schedule, and let's fill those stadiums up this year.
Let's do it.
Huh? I think we can do it.
I know we can.
Okay, I got it.
Yes.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks, Gary, for having me. Appreciate it.
Looking for a softball bat? Do you want to save $30? SoftballJunk.com is offering an additional $30 discount on all regular price bats on the website. That's right, $30 discount. Just text the word Fastpitch to 555-888 and Gary will send you a discount code good for $30 off your next softball bat at SoftballJunk.com. FYI, that code's also good at the Arlington, Texas store.
Welcome back. Last short clip, that was my daughter Amanda telling you about my website, Softball Junk. Make sure to text the word Fastpitch to 555-888 and get your discount code for $30 off your next softball bat. You can use that code at checkout, and like I said, save yourself $30. And you can use the code over and over and over and over. It's a great, great deal. You just need to text the word Fastpitch to 555-888. And then I'll just send you the discount code. Now, if you enjoy the show, I ask you to at least check out my website, softballjunk.com, the next time you're looking for softball equipment, bats, balls, whatever. If I offer you a competitive price, well, please buy from me and show some support for all the free content I bring you week after week after week. Over 300 episodes now of great content I brought you for free. Please, I hope you enjoyed Meagen's show. I hope you enjoyed her interview. And please check out our website, fastpitch.tv. So until next time, this is Gary Leland saying goodbye, and thanks for watching.
This show is a member of the Fastpitch TV network. See all of our shows and blogs at www.fastpitch.tv.